Jackie started his candle business in Hong Kong 4 decades ago. Now he and his son run 3 candle factories in mainland China, Vietnam, and Canada.
I
graduated from secondary school in 1969. I was lucky and found a job at a well-established candle factory as a team leader. In 1975, there was the global and Hong Kong economic recession. I only got to work 2 days a week. Not enough to make a living, so I started my own business.
At the beginning, Jackie only sold candles to local restaurants, nightclubs, and households. 4 years later, he began to export them to Europe and North America.
In 1996, to meet client demand, I invested in an automated candle factory in Toronto, Canada.
Since then, the company has been manufacturing a large variety of items for $1 stores, shopping malls, and high-end home fragrance brands.
Like North America and Europe, it basically forms a majority of our volume market. In the Western society, it's a culture for how many years? It's a necessity. It's available everywhere. It's part of life.
William says they make candles with a fashion sense.
We would send staff to Paris every year to go there to be inspired on what color, what shapes, what material that's in trend. We consider ourselves not only selling candles, but it's a home decor business.
The company went through a difficult time in 2004 when the U.S. government doubled the anti-dumping duty on candles from China to 108%. The Cheng's response was to open another factory in Vietnam.
Vietnam to U.S., there's no duty. We remain competitive to our customer.
Also, the business has to constantly adjust to changes in raw material costs, such as when the price of oil rose to above $100 a barrel. They switched to greener wax from natural sources.
Some are from palm tree, but we use sustainable ones. Some are from soybean.
This Hong Kong candle maker still has his base in China, operating 2 factories. In the one in Shenzhen, Edward Lam puts considerable effort to make his candles unique. His team carves a design based on a customer's order. Molds are made and wax is poured into the molds. When it dries, the edges are sharpened and colors painted. Finally, a wick is inserted.
For example, a Christmas tree or a Santa Claus. A long wick burns the whole thing down. A short wick burns the top a little and keeps the figure.
By 2011, Edward's company had made more than 6,000 individual candle designs. He decided to apply for a Guinness World Records for having the largest collection in the world.
The previous record was about 3,000 different candles. Our collection was double.
Orders from overseas accounted for 95% of Edward's candle business. Hong Kong and mainland China accounted for only 5%.
Christmas is the biggest season. The 6 to 7 months from March to September is the busiest time for production.
His strategy to survive through the anti-dumping duty was to produce more LED candles. Now it accounts for more than half of his turnover, compared with 10% before. Also made with wax, this kind of candle does not have a wick. A battery is used to power a light that mimics a flame.
It creates atmosphere and is scented and safe.
This design academic says Hong Kong sees the development of the candle business in its own way.
Before, it's more cultural and functional, and candles are actually connected to the time that when people get wedding, marriage, and then maybe when people are dying, inferno. Now, the influence of the Western culture. So the use of candle has been very much associated with romance, atmosphere, Christmas, specific days.
This young man took over his parents' candle business after their factory was forced to shut down in 2004. He redecorated the retail shop in Yuanlong and started to sell scented candles he makes himself. His parents had concerns.
It used to be mostly machine-made, and thousands of candles were made each day. They worried I couldn't make many by hand.
Andrew has kept exploring how to produce candles using scented oils, imported from the UK and the US. He sells candles in 40 different aromas so far. His shop only opens during weekends and public holidays. Weekdays are for making candles.
I can make 60 to 70 pillar candles every 2 days.
His candles are sold between 17 and 338 Hong Kong dollars. They are more expensive than before due to the rising material costs and the smaller number of candles produced. The business was bad at the beginning.
The first 2 to 3 years, I didn't even have an income.
Things have improved recently.
One of my customers who cooks Thai food would buy lemongrass scented candles, so it feels like she's in Thailand. There are many village houses here. Maybe they have more room, so they spend more effort decorating their home. I also have clients who come all the way from Hong Kong Island.
On weekends, after cleaning up my home, I would have some tea, read a book, and light a candle. Before, I thought Hong Kong had few candle makers, so I would buy candles when traveling, because there are more types and scents. Now I have found this place. I would start coming here to buy.
Hong Kong has been changing in terms of the economy and also the development towards a more service-based, and then people's lives more, I would say, very stressful. There's a need to look for some sort of means to calm people down, and the scent, fragrance, and then it actually merged with candle.